I'll just give you a quick demo. It's probably all going completely wrong now. Right, I'll do a couple of versions. One, I'll go forwards onto my head, and then I'll go up, come back down and go through, and either sit or I'll go back up round. Another one, sitting on the floor, come up, L sit, tuck my legs back, come back into head on the deck. See. So like that. So that's one version I was doing. Other one, let's see if I can bring these apart slightly. The other version is, oh, right, there we go. So it's nice to do this, because I stopped for a while because of my shoulder. So I was, that whole movement wasn't great on this. I've also been doing, I'll show you this quickly. So I've also been doing a lot of this. So kettlebells here, inside my legs, and I'm coming forwards, keeping really upright, doing a long stretch, and then having these as well to push in. Elbows on the back, push into my legs, keeps my legs apart as I come down straight. And then up into this position, and I want to get as strict as I can. Now I can just stay upright and do this movement, legs across, up and down, inwards and outwards. This is just because these are slightly, not slightly, they are unstable, but it's I just wanted to work this height. I do have those bars over there as well, but I just want to work this height today because it's stricter and harder as you come through because it's lower. Makes sense? So that's what I've been doing. It's a good movement. It's you know, it's functional, it's hard, it's control. There's a lot that's coming into it. And because it's lower, it's harder because you have less area to play with to sweep your legs through. So that scrunch position, or crunch I should say, crunch is tight. Yes, okay, you know, I could have straight arms, which makes it harder, but I'm not doing straight arm work. This is bent arm work today. I do want to do it with straight arm work, but I'm just not. So yeah, this is just what I was doing today. With the ring muscle ups, it's also real strict, really strict. I'm pulling it in deep as I possibly can. So it's real coming down as deep as I can, with obviously that really good position. And I'm getting that really good pull through my lats, my back. So that's what I've been doing on there. Supported, unsupported, multiple pulls, you know, between 10 to 20 pulls down, hold, strict, really, and it's not just like pull, it's strict all the way. So it's just working it. You can get a hell of a lot from being strict and slow form, and setting yourself up correctly rather than just trying to do it with dynamic power or dynamic speed, I should say. Because yeah, it's great to use that, but if that's all you can rely upon is doing it quickly because you use momentum to chuck you through it, then you're not actually, you're not doing yourself any favors. But if you can do it slowly and form and strict, it's another ball game. It's it's hard to control something slowly. That's easy, that's quick, it's simple movement. Yes, okay, using different like fast twitch, slow twitch muscles, but it's a lot harder to control something really slowly, or pull it, or lift it, or push, or whatever you want to do. So it's just try and train in as many different ways as possible to make yourself strong. That's all. Yeah. I'll be doing this till 9 o'clock, and then I will be in the pool. That's day 36 in the pool. Obviously, I started fasting yesterday at 4. It's now, it's like 8:15 or something. Yeah, it's 8:15 Sunday morning. And everyone keeps asking me, what about your muscle mass? Well, honestly, I seem bigger. I don't get it. I feel like I've put size on. Yeah, I stripped myself down to 93. I feel a lot of that came off me was predominantly water and some fat. And then I upped my carbs again, I balanced it, and I'm been fluctuating up and down. And I'm sat at a weight where I feel good. My energy's there, I feel good. I'm running around with body armour on every night. I'm doing all these kind of lifts. I'm like 100 kilos. I'm not some tiny little shrimp. So yeah, and all the training that I'm doing, be it on the power curve, be it outside, be it on, be it up and down the tower, be it on a here, be it lifting, be it Olympic lifting, be it doing calisthenics work, be it gymnastics, and I'm strong. And the dieting, the fasting, has kickstart my body in a different way, and I've seen the shape different, and I have not seen guys having a complete meltdown over this. I'm like, you're wrong. Go and check out Thomas DeLauer on YouTube and Instagram. Watch his post about intermittent fasting. And you'll be like, wow, that's really interesting. And educate yourself, because he goes into depth. The guy knows what he's talking about, and it's very interesting, very down to earth. It's not a boffin throwing it down your neck. It's a guy that does it, and he knows what he's talking about, and it's really interesting. And it's also interesting because he's not an 8-stone wonder. The guy is in a very good athletics, physical condition, and then he does other interviews with other guys like bodybuilders, and these big bodybuilders were saying if they knew what they knew back then now, or they knew what they know now, if they knew it back then, they would have changed all of this here to be better here, which was really interesting. And also talking about a lot of people stepping away from keto diets and doing intermittent fasting because it's having far better effect on their build, their training, their everything, which I thought was really interesting. So it's about educating yourself, educate yourself, get as much information from different places, and use what's good for you. And go to the guys in the know, subject matter experts that have all this knowledge, and you can draw upon it and go, okay, cool, that's great. Just check it out. I am just getting into it. I find it really interesting. I'm very open-minded with all this kind of stuff. I'm 43, heading towards 44. I'm not exactly in bad shape. I'm not exactly in fucking, you know, I think I'm doing all right in my training. And if I can draw upon other people's knowledge to push on my own performance and my own personal conditioning and my own readiness for work and everything that I do, then that is what I'll do, because I believe in being smart and not just running around with an ego, because ego's crap. It doesn't get you anywhere. Anyway, food for thought. Food for thought.